my name is Emily Chau and I serve Division 7 South as their Lieutenant Governor for the 2019-2020 term. Today I'll be showing you how to fill out the MUC or Membership Update Center. So this video is going to be broken up into parts. First it's what is the MUC, how to fill it out, and troubleshooting, so feel free to skip around in the video. The MUC is how District and Key Club International collects dues from individual clubs. If you are in CNH, the dues breakdown is $7 for International and $4.50 for District. It's important to pay dues because they pay for Key Club scholarships, YOF grants, and District budget. The MUC is also important because you must be a dues paid member in order to qualify for awards at DCON, and you must be a dues paid club in order to not be a delinquent club. Now we're going to fill out the MUC so that we can qualify for early bird. The early bird deadline is November 1st and on time is December 1st, but the process is the same. Before you start, you're going to need 3 things: the MUC username, password, and also your roster. To get to the MUC, you can do so by going to the Key Club website and click Dues and Reporting, then click this Membership Update Center link and you'll be directed to Kiwanis Reporting, or you can just go directly to this link, which I will put in the description. Now we are going to actually log into the MUC. The username should be your advisor's email, and the password you can get from your IP board or your Lieutenant Governor. Once you've successfully logged in, you want to hit the Membership Update Center tab and then click Members. Okay, so now we're going to be deleting all the members within this club, but don't worry, we're going to pay for them at a later time. We just want to delete all of them right now for early bird. So make sure to select the graduation year and then just click delete, and you're going to do this for every single graduation year. So when you're adding members, there's 2 ways to add them. You can either add them individually or you can add them in bulk. I recommend adding them in bulk just because adding them individually is very time consuming, especially if you have like over 100 people in your club. So just click bulk add, and all you really need is their first and last name, their email, birthday, gender, and grade. And then even then you only really need like their first and last name and then their gender and their grad year. So I'm adding Jeffrey right now. He's the Laguna Creek president for the 2019-2020 term for Laguna Creek, and I'm just putting his name and his email, and then I'm going to put his gender and his grad year. Since Jeffrey is already a member and he's already in the membership update system, it thinks that there's another duplicate member. So what we need to do is make sure and scroll down and make sure we click the correct Jeffrey. So we want to collect Jeffrey Huang and make sure that it's from Laguna Creek High School and that we have the same membership ID. Okay, now we're going to click the Members tab, and then as you can see, Jeffrey is going to be our only paid member. So we're going to click Dashboard, and then when you click Dashboard, you can see that it updated. So now it says amount owed is $11.50, and that includes our international and our district dues. And then when we click Finances, you can see we have an unpaid order, which is Jeffrey, and then we're going to pay. So you can pay by mail or you can also pay by card. We're going to pay by card today. And then if you can see up top, it says $7 to international and then $4.50 to dues. So when you are like looking at how many people that you're paying for, it's going to be doubled because they're a member of district and they're also going to be a member of international. So don't worry if you see more people. If you have any problems with the MUC, you can always talk to your Lieutenant Governor, and you can also email the helpline. Make sure when you're emailing the helpline to include all this information because it really speeds up the process. And if you're wondering what happens when the MUC tab isn't there, on the right is what it should look like, and on the left is what happens when you don't have the tab open. Okay, now we're going to move on to some general tips and tricks. One thing I would recommend is start early. True story, last week I opened the MUC tab and there just wasn't a tab there, and then the same thing happened to another one of the clubs that I serve. And also last year I messed up while trying to fill out the MUC and I didn't delete all the members before like trying to pay. And if I didn't fix this, then the club would have had to pay a lot more money than they actually needed to. Moral of the story, just start early because everything can go wrong, but if you have enough time, you can still fix it and still make it by the early bird deadline. Next thing I would remember is remember your password for your elects. Like, it takes 5 seconds to write down your password or put it in a Google Doc, and it saves so much time for your elects in the future because they won't have to contact you and ask for the password, and odds are you're not going to remember the password a year from now. Like, I had to reset like 5 clubs' passwords because the immediate past presidents didn't write it down, which was very time consuming for me. You can also just tell your lieutenant governor your password right now, and then they can create a directory of all the MUC passwords for the division. Okay, so this is like the biggest tip that I can give you for qualifying for early bird. So in order for your club to qualify for early bird, you only need to pay for one member. You don't have to pay for your entire board, and you don't have to pay for just every single person within your club. So what I just showed you was paying for only one person, and now we're going to create the club that we were filling it out for. They qualify for the early bird dues. Obviously, we're going to add more members and add the rest of the officers later. But for me, in NorCal, fall rally season and due season, they overlap with each other. So it's very difficult for me to collect all the information, go through the school to write a check, and just pay for all the members because we have to worry about fall rally and then all this paperwork and payments and stuff. So I would recommend doing this because November is less hectic than October, and you guarantee that your club qualifies for early bird. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this dues video, and again, if you have any questions, you can always feel free to contact your lieutenant governor. They're always happy to help. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys make it by the early bird deadline.